Hello guys, it's Mad and welcome back to another viewer replay. Alright, so first off, obviously you can already tell, the video quality is not great. The viewer sent in this replay, it's kind enough to. The result is spectacular and very heartbreaking at the end. He ripped it off his Twitch stream, so the quality is not great, but the gameplay, man, the end of this game, oh my god. I watched it through to the end and I just had my head in my hands. I wouldn't have been able to swallow it. My controller would have been completely through the window, probably across the street and in the neighbour's house. Yeah, so stick around to the end if you can put up with the glitchy graphics. Anyway, so who is it? Well, today we got CloneGuy out in the Tier 8 Premium FV4202P for the Premium. Yeah, it used to be a Tier 10, used to be an amazing Tier 10, used to be one of my favourite Tier 10s, and then they made it a Tier 8 Premium. They took away the British 105 with the Hesh rounds. Love me Hesh, not got Hesh anymore. And they gave it a £20. £20, right. Everyone says it's a great gun. It does have good pen for tier and stuff like that. Good gun handling, good accuracy, decent penetration, but for some reason I just don't like it. I think there's much better 90mm. I know it doesn't equate to a 90. It's like 87.2 or something. But I think there's much better, even better Tier 8 premiums. I'd rather have the CDC, most definitely. But CloneGuy is basically going to give us a masterclass in FV. I say that all the time. I need to research some more words or buy a dictionary or something to find something else to say instead of masterclass. But quite frankly, it is. The result he pulls out in this tank is nothing short of spectacular. It's bordering on tacky levels of epicness. Yeah, I am a fanboy. Yeah. So CloneGuy's been around for a long time. Big supporter of the channel. Definitely been around since less than 1,000 subs. That's been a long time. So thank you very much. And it's a pleasure to see people grow. You see screenshots of people playing when they start. And they think, you know, a couple of thousand in a Tier 8 is a good game. And then, as the months go past, they get better and better. And then, finally, they end up being better than me. And I'm all like, oh, what's going on? Anyway, well, you know, I don't get as much time to play as I used to. Sometimes I luck into a big game. You know, I get to play maybe 3 hours a week tops now, fellas. So, what I get is what I get, whereas before I was playing 6-7 hours a day and I was getting multiple ace tankers a day. I could probably have filled up a month's replays with a week's worth of playing before. I'm going to do a special video about how I was able to play so much tanks for a while. Yeah, so but when I get these replays in my inbox now, it does make me happy. Especially for the fact that you guys are supporting the channel still. You pick my channel to send the replays to, which is all nice. I try and show as many as I can, but at the minute it's even getting time to put a vocal on a replay. Struggling with that at the minute as well, which you know I've had a little break for the last week or so. Anyway, so back to the tank. Good gun depression. Turret armor is a mixed bag. It can either be extremely troll or it can be extremely bad. And it's just up to where the people hit and how much gun depression you're using, really. But for Tier 8, not bad at all. It's just they nerfed the crap out of it so much. The gun change, yeah, fair enough. It went from Tier 10 to Tier 8, but the engine power really ruins its tank. Oh, nice shot there. So what's he got up to while I've been rambling on? A few kills, and he's basically been firing since he took up this position. And that's one of the key things about, you know, playing this game. It's not all about just charging forward and finding a tank and trying to kill it before you die. If you get your tank in a good enough position at the start, you can support your team the whole way through the game and keep that gun firing, and that's how to build up such an impressive amount of damage with fairly small caliber gun for this tier. And yeah, lovely. Look at this. Must be right. I reckon he's got a camo crew. I would say these shots. And it happens again later on. So I would say without... Oh, this is a bit of a bad situation, isn't it? But he does the right thing. Goes down. Causes the FV4202 to miss. Tracks him. Does he have a repair kit? This could be a juicy snack here. Does he have a repair kit? Obviously not. Does he have a repair crew? I would have probably said... maybe zoom in here to make sure you're getting the track. But he kills them anyway. So lovely. And that's another thing dealt with. Yeah, it's all been going very, very well. So he's running a premium fire extinguisher. I don't tend to run that sort of premium consumer myself, but when I play this tank I do get set on fire quite a lot, so it's probably a good idea. Right, so this is where the 20 pounder is good. The accuracy at range with the penetration allows you to pen things fairly reliably. It's just not the 105, is it? With Hesh rounds. Yeah. Oh well, free tier 8 premium. And you get an Action X too. And the Action X is a good tank. Right, KV4, priorities is prioritizes. Pro goes for the weak spot on the top of the turret. Yeah. I was at work at 5 o'clock this morning, fellas. Brain not engaged anymore. Right, so he's looking for his gun depression. There we go. Bounces. Doesn't get spotted again. He must be running a really good crew in this tank. Looks like he's got paint fitted as well. So yeah, obviously got the tank set up well. Knows how to use it. Going for the front plate. 20 pounder can pen the front plate when it's pretty square. I probably would have gone for the gold rounds a little bit sooner there on the KV4. But they're going to come in handy later on. Right, so changes flanks again. Quick snapshot. You can do it with the 20 pounder. Well, that was unfortunate though. That's the only problem. Is he going to get the reload on this guy? Well, he wasn't even looking then. Maybe it was somebody else actually damaged him. Right, now to back to support the cap. Looks like that guy went down, so there's just 2 left. 2 on 2. There's one of them. Oh, that's a mutant. That's a tasty tank at tier 8, especially when top tier, if played correctly. He's not being a chicken though. Right, so the other TD is left is a T28 prototype. And you all know what happens in this situation when there's a tank you've not seen where it is. It's going to be lurking at the back somewhere, and you're going to have to fight it later on, and it's more than likely going to be on full health. Right, time to flank the mutant while the friendly green is still alive. Fortunately, 4202 doesn't go anywhere that quickly these days. Well, it never did before, but it had loads of engine power to accelerate. Whereas, oh no, now it's 1 on 2. Goes for the gold round. Lovely move. You know, if the friendly was still alive, keeping him busy, yeah, you wouldn't need the gold rounds, but more than likely, as soon as the guy gets spotted, unless you use perfect cover like this and you don't get spotted in return again, that guy doesn't even know where these rounds are coming from, and the mutant is down. So now it's 1 on 1. So it leaves the gold loaded. It is a T28 prototype. From the front, it's still a you know, pretty strong tank. Climbing the hill. The guy's going to appear somewhere on full health soon. Always happens. If the guy's stationary with a camo net and binos deployed, it's probably going to be quite hard to outspot him like he's been doing with some of these tanks. But if he's on the move, he's probably going to have the advantage. Right, this move here, a bit dodgy. This caught me out in a game the other day. I pushed across here, and there was someone sat up in the right in the bushes. And then I got hit by artillery, of all things. But time's ticking on. And like I said earlier, the 4202 doesn't go anywhere quickly now, so he needs to get it done while he can. Right. It's gonna get dangerous. It's gonna be around here somewhere. Right, doesn't use too much caution on the corners. Maybe did spot him on the map earlier in the game. There he is. There we go, spotted for the first time. And his turret's moving. Yeah. Gets a nice shot in. Trouble is, he's in the bushes. He's still picking up spots. Unlucky bounce there. He's aiming for the front of the turret. There's two flat bits you can pen quite easily, but they're quite small. Looks like pen the hole there. He's got a buffer of one shot. If the prototype's using a 120mm, you can take one shot without dying, as long as he doesn't get ammo racked, of course. But the prototype's pushing in. And this is the trouble with the alpha of these guns. Gets another penny. Is he a one shot? Come on, come on, come on. Eye up a nice shot. Oh, disaster. Prototype fires on the move and hits his ammo rack. Luckily he's got repair kit. But now he's a one shot. The prototype should be a one shot. Look at the time. Less than 2 minutes left. Ooh, where's the prototype going to be looking? It's so frustrating. Even I know what's going to happen. Oh, he gets a bounce. Look at the engine power. I know what's going to happen. And it's still really infuriating to watch again. Right, is he going to try and get some distance on this guy? But like I said, time's running out. If he had that buffer still, I'd recommend just charging on in there. But yeah, definitely in one shot range. There we go, gets the spot, but unfortunately gets spotted in return. Prototype's going to know exactly where he's going now. Right, so this is pretty cool. Look what he's about to do. He's going to line up this bush and try and get the spot off. If he'd managed to make it across there without getting spotted, the prototype wouldn't have a clue where he was. Come on, less than a minute left. CloneGuy, aim up your shot, and it bends and it doesn't roll high enough. Come on, load a high explosive round. It's risky, but Stowe's penning a prototype frontally. Go on, you can hit him twice with HE. There he is. Oh! For the first time he gets outspotted by something. And time's running out. And with the engine power of this tank, is he going to get a chance to get another shot? Right, so he pushes in, few seconds left, fires his shot, bounces, and the prototype kills him. Oh my god, defeat after such an epic game. Oh my god, 4202p, ace tanker, 7,316 damage. Oh my god. I'm surprised you're even alive to send me this replay. I would have jumped out the window. Anyway, there we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. And thank you very much, CloneGuy, for sending that in. Although it was very frustrating to watch. Very, very good gameplay there. Really, really like it. And I hope I managed to pull out 7,000 damage in that tank one day. Anyway, cheers, guys. Thanks for coming along, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.